Colonel, we're going to be a little while. You and your men might be more comfortable in these.
We are T-minus 18 seconds from liftoff. We're T-minus 15 seconds. T-minus 10 seconds. 9, 8. We have ignition. 6, 5. We have outboard engines. 3. We have inboard engines. 1, 0. We have a launch commit. We have a liftoff at 35 minutes after the hour. Roger. We're starting yaw. Engine roll program complete. The vehicle is on target, running smoothly.
Looking good, Capricorn.
We're coming up on T plus 40 seconds. Staging should be in the next 30 seconds. Outboard cutoff should be in 10 seconds.
Obico, Capricorn.
Roger, Houston. We have outboard cutoff. Obico at T plus 2 minutes 29 seconds. We're go for staging.
You are go for staging, Capricorn.
Roger, Houston. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We read staging.
We copy.
We have separation. It's confirmed. We have separation at T plus 2 minutes 43 seconds.
S2 ignition.
We have S2. We have second stage ignition, S2 ignition at T plus 2 minutes 46 seconds. The vehicle is 47 miles downrange, altitude 43 miles, velocity 6,100 miles per hour.
Mr. Vice President, please give my regards to the President.
Oh, yes, I'll be very happy to do that, Hollis.
I hope that whatever problems he found so important not to be here today, I hope he has considerable success with them.
Well, that's really very sporting of you, Hollis. I'm sure the President will be very pleased to learn of your support.
The President would get considerable more of my humble support if he would only be a little more helpful with this program here.
Now, Hollis, you know the President is most interested in this program.
I am most interested in a lot of things, including my wife's bridge game. That is not the same as supporting something.
Hollis, there are a number of people who feel that we have problems right here on Earth that merit our attention before we spend billions of dollars on outer space.
There are a number of people who feel that there are no more pressing problems in our declining position in world leadership.
It was wonderful seeing you again, Hollis.
The pleasure was all mine, Mr. Vice President.
This is Paul Cunningham, Capricorn Control. We're at T plus 2 hours, 16 minutes into the flight. The spacecraft is now in an elliptical orbit with an apogee of 141 nautical miles and a perigee of 122 nautical miles. Mission Control reports full voice contact with the flight crew. This is Capricorn Control.
Welcome, Colonel Brubaker. Could you please come with us?
I'm not going anywhere until somebody tells us what the hell's going on.
Everything will be explained to you.
I want to know right now.
Colonel, I know this sounds strange. We are all working for the same thing. We are not your enemy. Please wait here.
I suppose you're wondering why I called you all here.
Good morning.
Hi there, Dr. Calloway. Nice to see you. A funny thing happened on the way to Mars.
Well, why don't you all sit down? Okay. Here it is. I have to start by saying that if there was any other way, if there was even the slight chance of another alternative, I would give anything not to be here with you now. Anything. Brew, how long have we known each other? 16 years. That's how long. 16 years. You should have seen yourself then. You looked like you just walked out of a Wheaties box. And me, all sweaty-palmed and deadly serious. I told everybody about this dream I had of conquering the new frontier, and they all looked at me like I was nuts. You looked at me and said yes. I remember when you told me Kay was pregnant. We went out and got crocked. I remember when Charles was born. We went out and got crocked again. The two of us, Captain Terrific and the Mad Doctor, talking about reaching the stars, and the bartender telling us maybe we'd had enough. 16 years. And then Armstrong stepped out on the moon, and we cried. We were so proud. Willis, you and Walker, you came in about then, both bright and talented wise asses. Looked at me in my wash and wear shirt, carrying on this hot love affair with my slide rule. And even you were caught up in what we'd done. I remember when Glenn made his first orbit in Mercury. They put up television sets in Grand Central Station, and tens of thousands of people missed their trains to watch. You know, when Apollo 17 landed on the moon, people were calling up the networks and bitching because reruns of I Love Lucy were canceled. Reruns, for Christ's sake. I can understand if it was a new Lucy show. I mean, what the hell is a walk on the moon? But reruns. Oh, jeez. And then suddenly everybody started talking about how much everything cost. Was it really worth $20 billion to go to another planet? What about cancer? What about the slums? How much does it cost? How much does any dream cost, for Christ's sake? Since when is there an accountant for ideas? You know who was at the launch today? Not the president, the vice president, that's who. The vice president and his plump wife. President was busy. He's not busy. He's just a little bit scared. He sat there 2 months ago and put his feet up on Woodrow Wilson's desk. And he said, Jim, make it good. Congress is on my back. They're looking for a reason to cancel the program. We can't afford another screw-up. Make it good. You have my every good wish. His every good wish. I got his sanctimonious vice president. That's what I got. And so there we are. After all those hopes and all that dreaming, he sits there with those flags behind his chair and tells me we can't afford a screw-up. And guess what? We had a screw-up. A first-class, bona fide, made-in-America screw-up. The good people from Con Amalgamate delivered a life support system cheap enough so they could make a profit on the deal. Works out fine for everybody. Con Amalgamate makes money. We have our life support system. Everything's peachy. Except they made a little bit too much profit. We found out 2 months ago it won't work. You guys would all be dead in 3 weeks. It's as simple as that. So all I have to do is report that and scrub the mission. Congress has its excuse. The president still has his desk, and we have no more program. What's 16 years? Your actual drop in the bucket. All right, that's the end of the speech. Now we're getting to what they call the moment of truth. Come with me. I want to show you something.
Roger, Houston. TMI burn time will be 5 minutes, 45 seconds. Roger, Kipper. Delta V burn time, 3.3 seconds.
There's a door here. I'm going to open it and walk into another area. If you follow me, you'll see a bit more. I'll answer some questions, and you're going to... Why don't you just follow me?
You don't really think you're going to get away with this?
Well, I don't know. It's a chance. Maybe it's not a very good one, but it's a chance.
Who knows about this?
Almost nobody. Houston is monitoring the actual flight. All the telemetry is coming from the command module. So are your voices and the medical data. We recorded everything from the practice simulations. They don't know. All we need from you is the actual television transmissions during the flight and the Mars landing. That's all. Just the television transmissions.
That's all. Just the television transmissions.
We inserted a change in the onboard computer so the spacecraft will land 200 miles off target when it returns to Earth. You'll be flown to an island near that point. From there, you'll be transferred to a helicopter. The helicopter will fly you to the space capsule, and you'll be put inside. It'll take the recovery forces a minimum of an hour and a half to reach the splashdown site. By then, you will be inside the capsule. When the prime recovery carrier arrives, they'll find you inside the capsule and take you out of the spacecraft.
You thought of everything.
I don't know. I hope so.
Of course, you're sure we'll go along, right?
No, I'm not.
What if we say no?
I don't know. Don't say no.
When does Alan Funt come running in and tell us we're all on candid camera?
Oh, Jesus. You think I like this? You think I really believe I'm standing here in this craziness telling you about patching and tape recordings and telemetry and an island 200 miles from the target zone? I don't know what the hell I'm doing either. I just care so damn much. I think it's worth it. I'm not even sure of that. I just think it.
I think I'm gonna throw up.
Well, that'll solve everything.
What's this all gonna solve?
It'll keep something alive that shouldn't die. Before you all begin to moralize, you take a look around. You look at what we've done and how much more we can do. You look at what we've meant to this country. Nobody gives a crap about anything anymore. People close their garages and triple lock their doors, hide under the beds. They're even afraid to turn on their television sets for fear of what they might find out in the evening news. There's nothing more to believe in. Now, you want to blow this whole thing wide open? God knows what it might do to everybody. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just don't know what else to do. I'm hanging on by my fingernails, just like everybody else. Go on. You want to be the ones who give everyone another reason to give up? Go on.
This is really wonderful. But we go along with you and lie our asses off in a world of truth and ideals as protected. But we don't want to take part in some giant rip-off of yours, and somehow or other we're managing to ruin the country. You're pretty good, Jim. I'll give you that.
No. You're twisting my words.
Don't sell yourself short.
Don't sell the program short.
Don't oversell it. I'm not so sure that canceling a flight or cutting off appropriations means America folds up.
It's not as simple as that, and you know it.
I don't know it. If the only way to keep something alive is to become everything I hate, I don't know if it's worth keeping it alive.
Please, Brew, don't talk like that.
What the hell's the matter with you? Please, Brew, don't talk like that. I don't think this is right. All the rest is...
You have to help.
What do you mean I have to?
You have to help.
Well, what if I don't?
Please, don't put me in a corner.
You're crazy. You know that? You know that? You're crazy. You've got us in the middle of this nut house and you don't want to be put in a corner?
Your families.
What about our families?
Please, you have to help.
What about our families?
You have to help. This thing is out of my hands. You think it's all a couple of loony scientists. It's not. It's bigger. There are people out there, forces out there, who have a lot to lose. They're grown-ups. It's gotten too big. It's in the hands of grown-ups.
What about our families?
They're flying back from the Cape to Houston. They're all together on the plane.
No, you're not serious.
Please, Brew, don't make me.
You son of a bitch, tell me!
They're on the plane together. Damn it, you want it in writing? There's a device. It's on the plane, too. There's some people, if I don't give them the all-clear signal, they'll explode it. Don't you understand? It doesn't have to be like this. You have to help. It's gotten out of control. It's too big.
You wouldn't. Tell me you wouldn't.
I can't tell you that, Brew.